This is Army, Mayan Armina from Uluwatu.
I'm a pilot, diving in the sea, a prisoner, yearning to be free. I'm an unborn, waiting for my life.
Tell me about your background and how did you get started in reggae music?
Long story, but I try to make it short. It was started in college actually,
Yeah.
where in that college they have every Friday where the student can play music. Like it's kind of free, but still we study. So because I grew up with music kind of. I mean I grew up with the interest of music so much. So yeah, we just play music randomly, and one of my friend from Jimbaran, he approached me like, "Hey, your voice is reggae." Like, what? I don't know. And then maybe it's cool if you try to sing reggae, you know. He said like that, and I said, and okay, give me alliteration or songs or whatever I need to learn.
Yeah.
So he gave me around 10 songs,
Yeah.
and we start to rehearse for fun actually.
Yeah.
In the beginning, and I straight away in love. But also before that, before this is connected with a story that where I was still in high school. I want to learn English, no? This beach, Labuan Side or Padang Padang, well known by Padang Padang.
But it's Labuan Side.
Yeah, but the
actually.
original
Okay.
name is Labuan Side.
Okay.
Under a bridge. There was no bridge at that time. Yeah.
Okay.
So I decided to learn English at the beach,
Yeah.
to be practically like to practice like speak straight away to the native speaker. So I met an Australian guy. He was waiting. He was willing to sleep at the beach for the morning surf, early morning
Okay.
surf.
Yeah.
So he found me with guitar, and I was still trying to learn to play guitar at the time and bring my dictionary to be able to communicate, no? And then he said, "Are you willing to spend time with me at the beach?" But yeah, okay, but teach me English. I said, yeah, for sure.
Oh, so nice.
And then he got to thank me and give me a record. It's a tape.
Yeah.
There's no CD at that time.
Yeah,
Tape of Bob Marley's Legend album.
Oh no.
That I never know what kind of music is this. And then I start learning about because I heard some info about what is reggae, who is Bob Marley, and then I found Rastafarian. So I get into this aspect deeper,
Yeah.
and I found basically the Rastafarian as a foundation of Jamaican culture and stuff. It's so Balinese, you know. I found it like that,
Okay.
based on what my grandfather taught me about life, about tradition and stuff, philosophy. And I found the basic of this is the same.
Yeah.
So, and then I kind of start like commit, you know.
Yeah.
I found a commitment in myself.
Yeah.
I said it to myself, like, I'm gonna play this music all my life.
Oh. Your
And
commitment.
right after that, Bob Marley come to me when I'm sleeping, wake me up, like, but without words, like only a touch, you know. I feel it on my leg. He wore this typical denim top and his typical smile when I look at him, and like, and he opened me a Bible, like not dirty but like old beach color. When he opened it, nothing in it, like nothing is written.
No
on.
words.
Just like
Yeah.
empty.
Empty.
blank.
Okay.
But soon as it opened wide like this, it come out light from
Yeah.
that Bible, getting bigger and bigger, and then he disappeared with that light. So I found myself wake up in the next morning sick.
Sick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like losing energy.
Okay.
No fever, no headache or stomach
Yeah.
or nothing.
Yeah.
Just weak.
Yeah.
So I just ignored it.
Yeah.
So I was alone watching my homestay with a bonfire with cassava, you know, cassava
Yeah.
root.
Yeah.
So I play guitar alone, and they came, hey, can I borrow your guitar? Yes, please. So they play until a few songs. Apparently they were in a band before when they were in college and stuff. So they was like finished, done with their things. So they handed over the guitar with me and asked me to sing because I played reggae before. So
Yeah.
all I know is reggae.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a few songs of reggae music. I always play reggae. I mean, then one of them said like, you must be a singer from a band. Just guessing like that. I said, yeah, I was. I
Yeah.
said, why don't you play in a band anymore? Another one added, this is a slap for me. Like, bam!
Yeah. Why you don't?
Yeah, true. Right?
Yeah.
Wow, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't sleep at that night. I make myself a question, like full page of A4, like you know, it's maybe around more than 10 questions that I
Yeah.
asked my life,
Yeah.
and it's convinced me that yeah, I need to go back.
Yeah.
And I called my friend from Jimbaran that I raised a band at first place. And he said, yeah, I've been waiting for you to say this 5 years. You know.
Okay.
So I leave my band at the time. My first band was called Uprising. I rise with the friend from Jimbaran. So yeah, I start. And we renamed the band because his new formation. Only he was the keyboardist.
Yeah.
His name is Didu. He passed away already. And then, yeah, since then, we give the band name Uluru.
Since then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2008.
Since 2008.
2008.
Ulu, from
Yeah.
Uprising to Ulu.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
something like that. And then I slept in my couch, and he came with the same wearing. It's very vivid. And he wake me up. I was like in a dream, like stand up like this, as he's sitting from my sleep. I was gonna reach in his hand. He only do like this. But then I raise and want to shake his hand or something, hug or something. I feel like I was approaching him, but he already walked away from my door. And there was a turning in my house. I chased him until then he was not there. He was disappeared. But very weird that I found myself sitting on the couch when I really awake. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So I continue my sleep, and then I got the same sickness again.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of this sickness, and then I start tracking. This must be something, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it happened twice.
Yeah.
Every time I commit,
Yeah.
and I always got sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is this, you know? And I dig. I kind of find an answer, but yeah, I keep it for myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Only that after that, it gives me motivation to aware about this gift from God. Let's say everyone has. What, who are you? I mean, what is your purpose or
Yeah.
in life? You know,
Yeah.
what kind of seed that God give you that you use for life? This is part of my question that I wrote for myself.
Yeah.
So I answered it. God give me seeds of art.
Yeah.
If I don't use it in life, means I neglect God. You
Yeah.
know, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but you ask yourself these questions and you find the answers. This is.
Kind of, but yeah, the journey is mystic and natural mystic.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, all we need. I mean, I'm grateful that I found it. I feel like I found it, and I'm happy here. Yeah.
Cool. and what was the first reggae song? It was from Bob Marley, huh?
It was from Bob Marley, Oh, the from the Legend album plus few from UB40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know another songs from
Yeah.
what band. Just no reference, you know.
Yeah.
And then my friend from Jimbara, he quite well in the family. I mean, in material wise. And then he can buy the tape from another band, reggae band like Inner Circle and stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
after that I know more, you know.
And what is your inspiration to write your song?
The inspiration to write my song, this is interesting. Also, at the same time, the inspiration of why I give the band name Ulu.
Yeah.
So it's two language.
Okay.
Ulu is Indonesian or I can say a Nusantara language. Also, especially in Bali, we use it.
Ulu.
Roots is English.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because I found all the time since this whole society exists, East and West is always like this.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
They never gap, you know.
Yeah.
They always like this in a circle. So I want to also participate in this part where I feel like everybody already aware that we are all connected, but just that I do it from my path. Let's say that we are connected. Ulu means head.
Okay.
It also means something like unity and something like that. Root is root.
Yeah.
So when head meet the root, it's equality, it's balance, you know, something like that. Also meeting of West and East, because Ulu is Eastern language. And
Yeah.
Root is Western language. Something like that.
Oh, you were thinking like
Yeah.
this. Oh,
So
cool.
the song I inserted. I'm not too serious yet to find literature about the philosophy and in life based on Indonesian or back then what called Nusantara or even Balinese thought, which is written in some script, let's say. For now, I still use what my grandfather influenced me in life that I put it in the song. I mean, the whole package of my understanding about life give me inspiration in giving name of my band, also in writing the song.
lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like
Okay. Thank you. It's very inspiring. And what do you enjoy most about being a musician?
I cannot answer it straight like I enjoy this or that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's your life, actually. Yeah?
That's the answer.
It's your you
Yeah,
made for
it's
this.
part of me, you know,
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being a musician is, I return to the question to myself again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being a musician is, that was a blessing from God,
Yeah.
since I was sent by God to
Yeah. that-
return to this universe again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you do
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
love,
yeah,
and this is
yeah,
music.
yeah.
And what other type of music do you listening to?
I
Any kind.
I listen any kind.
Yeah.
You cannot imagine when I was in high school, I played thrash music.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you know, Sepultura, Metallica, and something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, you know, when we are teenager, we follow what trend is.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you grow up, you follow yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. that's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
And what projects on you working right now? You have
For my band,
band. Yeah.
so this is expand a little bit from all the foundation that I already stand on my feet. I was dreaming to have this place already for 7 years, and
Oh, cool.
yeah. And what is it for? It's still related
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
what in my mind about life, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah.
this place gonna be like a reunion for artists.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, but I have expectation that whoever will play on the stage, they will bring their original.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what my what do you call it? The key, let's say, if
Yeah.
you want to enter Ulu Garden with your music, bring your original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it's normal, like outside there. Also, when I grew up with my band playing somewhere in Kuta or back then, long time ago, it's part of their business, no? Like a venue business. That how to get people stay in their place, consuming blah blah blah, because the song is well known. I mean, it's a famous song that you sing.
Yeah.
So the people stay there, sing along, blah blah blah.
Okay.
So it's like at that time I feel like this is a worker mentality. You know?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
Yeah.
mean, music can feed you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm more into another side of being artist.
Yeah.
Like no matter how big or I don't care. Be original. Like God give you seed to create,
Yeah.
not to copy all the time.
Yeah. Apart from singing, what other activities do you enjoy doing?
Yeah, me, based on like what I track for myself, like what is my life and stuff like that I told you before, it also bring me of awareness of my own culture, like that I should keep. And yeah, we of course in Bali we have a lot of community event that I involved. Also, I play Balinese music in Banjar, like
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where the community, the smallest community before the village, get together
Yeah.
by territory.
Yeah.
So also
is
normally in Bali,
Banjar.
yeah, we have like a band of Balinese instrument. So whoever have ceremony and stuff, they
Okay.
can not really hire, but
Yeah.
yeah, they have them to play in the temple also. So I'm still doing it. For me, it's a must. You know, like, yeah, but again, based on what aspect in life you capable with. If you are capable doing the singing, like the ancient Balinese singing, you involved in the singing. If you are capable in making offering, you're doing the offering, or many things. You know, you can
Yeah.
dedicate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I choose this because still art, music,
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I love to paint sometimes, but I only do the Balinese tradition. Like
Painting.
there are two main Balinese painting. You know, the first is the wayang style.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
This
it
is
was
also
from Tamas.
Balinese. It's not Javanese. Wayang.
In Bali also there is wayang.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean most of Indonesia, Java and Bali is well known for wayang.
Yeah. Okay.
Also there is another style, Batuan style. Yeah, so I do both of this style in painting. I don't do really modern art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have recently got a wonderful baby.
Oh my God!
Kaya,
It's,
eh? How are you enjoying your father
Oh,
life now? It's
yeah,
beautiful, huh?
I don't know what is the platform of being early or late in this
Yeah.
case, but it's kind of
It's your first time.
first.
Oh wow. It's a gift. Huh?
I cannot describe in words for
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
I
Like,
know.
wow, heaven.
Yeah, it's really a gift.
Yeah.
And healthy. And
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw the photos. It's, oh, wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
And
wow.
Kaya. Why Kaya? Also has something to do with Bob Marley or
Actually,
it's a beautiful
she
name.
has another Balinese full name as well. I
Okay.
mean, Kaya is more
Western or
worldwide kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
You can find it in Hawaiian. You can find
Yeah.
it in Indian.
yeah.
You can find it in Polynesian. This word. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are your personal dreams and goals at this present time?
From the foundation of my life, and then I found what is life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give value to this people's life.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
I want to give value to life,
Yeah.
to others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a saying, like this is what connect again, like what my grandfather told me about life and stuff. When Bob Marley say things like when he got interviewed, you have a lot of money in your bank account. He was like, my richness is life.
Mhm.
I have the same answer
Yeah.
because I found this already before I knew Bob Marley
Yeah.
from my grandfather.
Yeah.
My grandfather has a saying about mathematics.
Yeah.
I mean, life mathematics.
Yeah.
He said, Army, in life, 1 minus 1, it should be 2, he said. I was like, how?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is about giving.
Okay. 1 minus 1 should be 2.
Should be 2.
Yeah.
If you can give, if you can make more minus, it's more beautiful, he said.
Hey. Wow.
It's like, yeah, if you have,
Mhm.
for example, you have one knowledge for yourself
Yeah.
in life, for
Uh-huh.
life, that you found, this is good for something we can do in life to make it better in society and environment and blah blah blah. If you share this knowledge, means it's in mathematics is if you give, it's minus, no?
Yeah.
So it decrease, but in this case, it's added.
Yeah. Actually.
So if I have something, this kind of knowledge, and I give it to you, it sounds minus, but then it added on you, and then you spread it, and then it's like multiple.
Yeah. If you could change anything about this current situation in Bali or worldwide, what would it be? If you could change anything.
If I could change, I wish I could talk to people like this all the time. And then practice it together. Be real.
Yeah.
If we say like blah 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 blah, oh you should have law vegan. Wait a second. It's not. Oh my God! You know what is the trend right now in this world? No, like the wave of spirituality saying is rise, yoga and meditation and stuff.
Yeah.
But still they judging each other like,
Yeah.
You not go vegan, you are blah blah blah. Oh my God!
Yeah.
You know, can we erase this? But the answer is no, because we are not enough reflecting ourselves yet.
Yeah.
But we already speak loud to
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a
That's
problem.
true. You should first check yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like in Bali, also Bob Marley say the same again. If you point another, make sure your hand is clear.
Yeah. And what are for you good vibes?
Some people say when they're drunk, enjoying music, whatever kind of music, they feel a good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Some people only with a singing bowl, and they say it's a good vibe. To me, when you can really feel and open yourself to feel like that is abundance of vibe surrounds you, and channel yourself and feel good, this is the good vibe.
Cool.
Yeah, without any material or external things too much. It's inside you.
Yeah.
You stay in the cave, I can say it's good vibe.
Yeah.
I stay in the traffic, I can feel the good vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
It's in you.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, nice. And just the last question: why people should come to Bali?
Why people should come to Bali? Again, in some level, in some level, the nature of human, it consists of prestige,
Mm-hmm.
acquisition, like acknowledgement.
Yeah.
You traveling a lot because I can maybe insert a little information about how Balinese tourism start.
Yeah.
It was after, I mean, maybe still during the occupation of during the imperialism time,
Yeah.
when Dutch was still here,
Mm-hmm.
and after that Japanese. There was a movie. If I'm not wrong, it was in 1930 something,
Mm-hmm.
1930. There are two actually. The first one called Guna Guna.
Guna Guna.
Maybe now it's in Museum of France
Yeah.
or Holland, I don't know. Until at the time, there is they played in US, in everywhere. Also, I read a literature that they play. I mean, they play the movie in Hollywood now.
Oh,
I mean, where
now.
Hollywood now?
Okay. With the
Uh,
same name. No.
what?
Guna Guna.
Yeah, Guna
Oh,
Guna.
mhm.
And then there was a bar or nightclub
Yeah.
using this name, Guna Guna. And then it's very fancy at the time. And then due to their prestige, people saying to each other like, I was traveling to blah 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 blah, and then another say, don't call yourself a traveler if you never come to Bali. Yeah,
Oh, beautiful. Hey, thank you so much, Armin.
my pleasure.
Really, thank you.
I want you to stay as you are. Don't ever change things of who you are. I love you like this as what you are. You are worth all the love I got. I know it was all pure from the start, that you the one who would fulfill my heart. Saving Carver's most beautiful art. You know we'll never be apart, baby. Cause this is unconditional love. Likes everything in the skies above. This is what it is. I love you just like this. And the light will be coming. Unconditional love, the way I love you, dear. Unconditional love, I always feel you near. Unconditional love, the way I see no fear. Unconditional love, medication for you, dear. I love you unconditionally.